I am making Pong in my own game engine written in C# using OpenTK. But first I need to program my game engine. I started by making a window class which inhabits from game window. The game window class then initializes the render bar and calls the update action and render action delegates every frame. The render bar sets up the shader and other things needed to draw on the screen using OpenGL. I then made two functions in the render bar called drawTriangle and drawRectangle. Both take vectors and colors. Triangle 3 vectors and 3 colors, 1 color for each vector, and the rectangle 4. They then take the vertices and colors to draw their shape. Because I'm giving each vertex its own color, we need to have 4 vector 3s to draw one rectangle. To make this a bit easier for me, I made the color class. The color class just has some predefined colors. This makes it much nicer to use. So all of this works, I also need a shader. This is done by the shader class. I just give it the paths to the vertex shader and fragment shader and it compiles them. By then calling the use function of the shader is then being used. I also have a camera class, but it doesn't really do anything at the moment. It's just for future projects. That is everything in my engine. Now onto the game. In the main function I create the game window and run it. I also pass my update and render update functions, so they will get called every frame. Now to the pedals. I give them a position, a width and a height. In the render update function I now call renderbar.drawTriangle and give it its calculated vertices and the colors I want. I then have two pedals, one on the left of the screen and one on the right. Now I also want the ball. For this I give the ball a position and a size. Now I can call renderbar.drawRectangle and give it its vertices and colors again. Making the pedals move is also not that hard. I just check for the keys W, S, up and down and change the pedal's Y position accordingly. Next we make the ball move. This is just a bit more complicated. I move the ball accordingly to its direction and then check if it's colliding with the top or bottom, and if it does I invert the Y direction of it. After that I check whether it's colliding with the pedal. If it does I invert its X direction. Lastly I have to check if the ball passes the left or the right side, and if it does I give the other player a point. I also have to reset the ball. Since the ball constantly speeds up, I not only have to reset its position and direction, but also its speed. I now have a playable game. And because I give each vertex a color and not just the same color to every vertex, I can do stuff like this. Looks pretty cool, right? That was it for this video. If you liked it, please subscribe because I'm really new on YouTube. Anyways, see you on the next video.